Hi, I'm Keegan. This is A Bunch of Gamers. This is our third epilogue to episode 22, Broken Family. Kyle guards the low. You wake up on the Sept grounds. It's early in the morning as you see Korra and Shinigami still asleep. Bishop's gone. Looks like he's already gone off to do something.
I'll get up slowly, find my way outside.
Okay.
Look around for a bit.
You look around, you see a couple of the Garu of the Sept starting to stir. You see Walks with the Forgotten rubbing the sleep from his eyes as his pitch-black eyes look upon you, and he looks away slightly, knowing that he had spoken out of turn yesterday to Korra.
What did he say?
Or this morning, I guess.
What happened? I don't remember.
He's like, we've lost members of the Sept, so I understand how you feel, and Korra was very adamant of, you
that's
don't
right.
know how it feels.
That's right.
I guess it's not the morning, it's about noonish, because you guys got back to the Sept at sunrise.
Oh, yes, that's right. We had a late night. Well, if he's still looking at my way at all, I'll just nod and move on. I'm not that mad at him.
He nods, he waves, as he seems to be going off to the shoreline. A decent distance from the main buildings of the Sept, but on the other side of the island where there were very few human boats to trouble him. You see Ren's the Wicked moving about. She's talking to a couple of the kinfolk about something, telling them to prepare, as you overhear her briefly saying, "No, we should bring some of the kinfolk to the other islands. We do have camps ready for the Kenning." "No, I don't think she knows who the Callow are." Yes, I know. But Carver and Eileen are in danger. She's been to their home. She's seen their children. We have to make sure that they're safe. If worse comes to worst, I will send the elder to them. She can talk some sense into them. She's his mother, for Gaia's sake. Oh, guards low.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you as well.
Is there anything I can help with?
I don't believe so. You don't know all of our kinfolk, and we're simply trying to prepare for the worst.
Of course. Actually, that's probably something I need to deal with as well. Not necessarily with your kinfolk, but with the other cairns we've been to.
I see. You're in luck. A few striders are passing through the Sept of the Winterfang. They're going to their tribal moot soon. That's their last stop before they make the final leap via the Moon Bridge. They're trading some stories up there. We can open the Moon Bridge for you in a couple of hours.
That would be great. Thank you. Okay. Out of character, though, just because I might have missed something. Was she saying that she'll open the Moon Bridge for me or for the people who are going to be here?
For you.
Okay, so that I can go to them and
then
ask.
Come back, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Of course. Well, I will inform the gatekeeper.
Have you seen Nightbiter anywhere?
Yes. Nightbiter was preparing something for the set, some sort of prank, I'm sure, to try and lift the moods of the Karen.
Could you point me in his direction?
Certainly. He likes to go over there. We may have to pass into the shadow and use some of the bridges there to cross into another island.
Very well. Thank you again.
Of course.
All right, so I'll
head that direction. You get to the edge of the island. There's nothing there, so you start looking into the reflection of the water to shift over into the Umbra.
Oh, it's Gnosis?
It's just Gnosis.
Gnosis.
It's
2
4 here.
Oh, 3 successes. Wonderful.
So you pass in as you see the world pass between you. You see a little bridge of stone cross along the way.
All right, I'll walk across the path.
As you do, you get there, you see a shadow upon the island, and you'll have to pass over again. This is still Karen ground, so diff 4.
4 successes.
As you shift over, you see Nightbiter doing something as he's pointing at some items and going, "Yes, all right, perfect."
I assume he does not know I am there then.
No, not
How close am I?
You're about, I would say, 10 yards away.
Oh, okay. I was worried that I was like 3 feet behind him.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Good afternoon,
Oh.
Night-Biter.
Hey, Kyle. Well, guards low.
I'm either way. How are you today?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just getting some things planned for the moot.
I thought I'd talk to you a bit.
Of course.
Especially since we'll be leaving soon.
Yeah.
Well, first, let's just say I am sorry for how I initially reacted. I know how things can be with the Garu, and I know how I was just a few days ago.
Hey, as he kind of chokes a bit, I appreciate that.
But obviously, I have to get to know you.
I understand. Would you like to take a seat? He points to the rock next to him.
Sure.
He seems to be sitting on the earth.
Yeah, I'll take a seat.
As you sit on the rock, it starts to bubble down slightly as you kind of shrink down as you get off balance, and he kind of cracks a smile.
Let's see how I feel about that. All right, I'll chuckle.
It is the point of the Ragabash to lift spirits, even if it's just for a moment, and even if it's just for your face is priceless.
I'm sure it was. Thank you. I'll be sure not to take any seats offered.
Well, don't take any seats offered when someone's sitting on the ground.
Alright, I'll move to the ground.
Alright, as you sit down, and this mud kind of just gives, like, the rock about an inch push up slightly. What do you want to talk about? I know things have been rough with your pack.
I mean, the last week? How long have we been here?
A few days.
Probably about the last week. Have just been trying.
Really?
To say the least. I feel like I've found my place here. Before I was Garu, I was helping some homeless people, essentially. I was homeless myself, and I kind of just found places for us to be, talk to the police, that kind of thing. But I didn't care to find anything else, and I didn't care so much about what I was doing, just that I continue doing it.
Yeah.
But this has felt different, like a place that I can actually be and help, and what we've accomplished has been hit or miss the entire time we've been Garu. But this last week has felt mostly like failures.
Like what?
While we were on our way here, I already told, who was it?
Ren's the Wicked?
Ren's the Wicked, yes, the warder, about what occurred. And I'm sure it will come up at the moot. But we were ambushed by something in the Umbra, and it caused us, I think, 3-4 of us to thrall of the worm.
Wow.
I'd felt it once before, but it was only me, and everyone was able to keep me from hurting others. But I hate to gloss over that, but that and B falling.
Yeah.
We have put a lot of people in danger. And B chose her path, but I could have done more to dissuade her from it. A lot more.
Well, there's that, common phrase. Hindsight's 20/20.
Yes. But I need to say it all out loud. I can't talk to my pack about this, and I would prefer you not mention this to anyone, including Bishop.
Okay.
I know you're close, but there has been enough weakness and doubt in our pack. If we are to continue to survive, there can't be more.
He just nods. Okay.
But this is the first time that I have doubted my purpose with the Garu. Not that I should be like B, never like B, but that what we've done has been worse for Gaia than if we had not gone on this journey. It all depends, of course, on what B does, but a lot of people, innocent people, are in jeopardy now.
That's true, and that could be, but think of it as he holds himself thinking for a moment from a different angle. Please. Come over here as he moves you slightly to the rock, around the rock, as you see where it actually sinks in and how it sinks in.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a groove, and he goes, there's that little groove, right? But it only sinks enough, or it causes the rock to simply sink a couple inches. Your accomplishments are the rock, and B is the groove. Your accomplishments are still higher than the muck around it, and no one's had a chance to say it yet, and they will probably say it at the moot. But, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, thank you. We thank you. That blight was a problem, and we didn't have the numbers to seek it out. You took the initiative with the worm foe to find it, and the Fomori attacks have gone down. There are still Fomori, but this place is significantly less at risk because of it. Even if the kin are a bit more vulnerable now, at least the ones you've met, there are other kin, callow kin, that had connections to this place, who are safe because of what you did with your pack.
Thank you. It does help to hear that. And I hope you're right. I hope the net change here was worth it. Well, no, I know that the net change here was worth it. I just hope that the problems elsewhere don't overshadow it.
She's one spiral. That's the benefit. She's only one person, and the spirals have only so many. The numbers are possibly more connected than some of the other tribes, but they still have their own rivalries and things like that. She's not all spirals are connected to Pentex.
I didn't know that.
Not all spirals are connected to all the Fomori being produced. The worm has many heads, and sometimes the heads fight amongst each other. And that is a gift to us, and it is a folly, especially of you Philodox, to think that the worm is a unified front. It makes you hard-headed in your methods of defeating the worm. When a well-placed prank or a well-placed diversion could get two factions of the worm fighting and keeping some Garu numbers out of the way.
I suppose you're right. I suppose I've even seen it myself. There was an oil platform down south. Pentex, they were drilling for something. But a large group of corrupted shark changers came aboard the platform and slaughtered most of the Pentex members. And I suppose that you're right. That was a lot of work that we didn't have to do because of it. I'll try to keep that in mind in the future.
It's an important thing. It's what the questioners are for. The Philodox are supposed to judge and be even between light and dark, when Luna's face is hidden and when Luna's face is brightest. And the questioners are supposed to root around in the dark and find answers and ask questions about if this way is the right way. We all have a purpose for Gaia.
Well, thank you for serving yours.
Thank you. I'm sorry your friend couldn't find hers.
I don't know if she couldn't find it. I think she was just a little too caught up in her old connections.
I see. Sometimes those old connections give us strength, but they can be used against us. It's a balancing act once again.
Yes, I suppose I've been rather lucky in the fact that I don't really have many of those. One of the few friends I had back at the homeless encampment, he actually was a Garu.
Oh, really?
Yes. We are still good friends. I almost just as much family as my pack, I suppose.
Oh, it's good. It's good to have connections like that. There are other packs out there. Others your age, too. Might be beneficial to get to know them.
We've met one or two, I think. Though I suppose they'll also be surprised to learn of B, but...
Yeah. No, I understand. Yeah, I plan on... Can you keep a secret?
Yes, I can.
For the moot, I've been able to collect some chickens, actually. A couple. And, yes. And I think everyone needs to let off some steam and have some easy wins. So, I found some seaweed, and it'll drench the chickens in it, and they'll look like those tendrilled horrors running around. And I'll release them sometime in the middle of the moot.
Well, I'll make sure not to tell a soul.
Thank you. Thank you. And once they find out what happened, it'll be good laugh and good food.
No, that's true.
There'll
Dual
be plenty
purpose.
of cook fires, yes. It'll also be a good way to let off some steam before the revelry, though it's harder to do on this island than it is in most mainland septs.
I suppose so, but you are far less likely to have interlopers.
That's true, but it is nice to run through, find something, and tear it apart. Those were the days in Vermont.
Vermont?
Yeah, that's where I came from. There's a Silver Fang sept there. It's held by the king, actually.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Jacob Morningkill.
I've heard of him.
Yes.
Though, of course, never met.
Yes. I met him once. I was a young foster, actually. Or I was a Clea. When Jacob decided... Oh, excuse me. When Jacob decided to exile his son.
Were you there for that?
I was.
Oh. I mean, what was it like? Not rumors, but
just
first person.
Albrecht was arrogant, to say the least. But he had destroyed a mighty worm beast, and he demanded his renown be recognized. He brought the head into the court to show his grandfather. When his grandfather refused to acknowledge the kill and gifted Albrecht no renown, Albrecht shouted him down. They got into an altercation, and Jacob exiled him, claiming he was a Silver Fang no more, but a simple Ronin.
Why didn't he recognize his renown?
He thought that Albrecht was rising too fast and that he was going to try and replace him, challenge him for the right to be king.
Do you think that was the right decision? Ragabash?
I don't think so. My main reasoning isn't what happened that day, because Albrecht was a hothead, and I think some good things did come out of that. But the more important thing is that Falcon still recognized Albrecht as Silver Fang, and Falcon has far more authority than any king.
Of course.
Albrecht has cooled down a bit, and from what I understand, he's built up good relationships with the Bone Gnawers. So, no, I don't think Jacob was right, but I think the action has produced something better in some ways. Just not in any way, shape, or form to Jacob's plans.
Right.
The old wolf, I hear, is taken ill.
Oh.
Well, we'll see how long. He's hardy, to say the least. Morningkill.
So I'm out of character. I'm going to think back. I don't think I can think of a single time a Garu's been sick.
Yeah.
Like, what sickens a Garu?
Age. His rage has been decreasing in recent years, making his regeneration a little harder. So. But I think it's also a lack of activity and a bit of stagnation in him. He's always been one hell of a traditionalist.
Well, I suppose most of the Silver Fangs are that way, Ragabash accepted.
No, we are. Lots of Ragabash still are, in some ways, very traditional. Enjoying one of the two great camps of the Silver Fangs. Can't really go into detail, son.
Of course.
You aren't one of us.
No.
But, that's my opinion on the matter. We'll see, though. Morningkill could simply be playing at being sick, just to see if someone will try and challenge him, and he can exile them as well to strengthen his, or reinforce his position. He's a political animal, despite being an Arun.
I suppose the child of Gaia in me doesn't particularly care for that.
Understandable. A strong leader, and a stable one, could get some good things done if he could get a majority of us behind him, but Morningkill has been squandering a decent amount of goodwill with the tribes recently. But I'll say no more on that subject.
I think the only of the legendary Garu that I've met was Fang's first.
Gerlong, he's been traveling around. He came here, I'd say a year, maybe a year and a half ago, searching for recruits in his Amazon war.
It was the same at our sept.
I've heard the fighting's gotten far more intense there.
Yes, we decided as a pack that it wasn't a good place for us to be at, as inexperienced and, well, ununited as we were.
That, I understand that. Despite you not wanting to show weakness to them, you seem far more united when you came here than I'm assuming you thought you were. You seemed like a regular pack with a couple bickerings, which happens.
Well, we had been doing better recently, which is part of why it feels worse. Stagnation.
Yeah. I got you. That makes sense. Well, you have 2 days till the moot, right? 15th.
Yes, and then we'll be out of your hair for a while.
Well, if you choose to visit again, I wouldn't mind it.
Of course, and you would be welcome to visit us as well.
Oh, good. Good. He smiles.
Though, yeah, there's a good chance our sept won't be secret for long.
Yeah.
We've had 2 fall into the spiral now, and the chances of both of them not revealing the location seem low.
It's very unlikely, yeah. Sorry for what that's worth, too.
I appreciate that, but it's no one's fault but Bee's and our own.
What? I don't mean to pry, but I do have my own questions, if you don't mind me asking them.
Unless someone's asked me to keep a secret, I'll tell you.
What do you think you could have done differently to save her?
Oh, we didn't get along for probably the first year we were a pack. Far more bickering, and far less teaching than I should have been doing. I like to think I improved some, but for 1, too late. And for 2, like I said before, I stagnated when things got better enough. I should have reached out to her more.
That's good. I understand that too. Philodoxes are known to be a bit of a stabilizing force. The Ragabosh are supposed to bring levity. The Galliards are supposed to tell tales, sing songs to soothe the soul. The Thurge is supposed to bring spiritual advice and sage wisdom. And the Arun are supposed to lead by example on the battlefield.
I think our Thurge and our Arun do that well. I think the rest of us have some more work to do in that regard.
I understand. But there's always room for improvement, and that's only how the Silverfangs view it. I'm not too sure about the children, or the Get for that matter.
Well, I think for the Get it doesn't matter what you are. You're supposed to lead by example on the battlefield.
Too true. Too true.
Was that your only question?
I suppose if she was here now and she didn't go with them, would that have changed your reaction? Would you have not been simply angry with her? Or would you have actually given sage advice?
What do you mean?
If you saw that she was with that spiral and you succeeded at your plea to make her come back to the pack, would you simply have yelled at her and not heard her out? Or would you have heard her out, still chastised her, but more gently, and then offered her a way to redeem herself?
I can't say I would have done the second thing. Of course, I think I'd like to. But I think at the very least, I didn't realize how far she had gone. But I also think that if she hadn't fallen, there's a good chance we all would have died. We couldn't have fought the things that were there. What was it? 10 spirals? 8? I can't recall. I didn't take the time to count them, I suppose. If they weren't trying to leave with their new packmate, I don't think any of us would have lived. So I'm not sure I would have even gotten the chance to be better or worse.
I see. I'm sorry. Still, I am.
And I still appreciate it.
I guess the next question is, how do you plan on helping all those other septs. You can only be one place at a time.
I spoke to, was it the warder? No.
Yeah, it
was?
the warder.
Okay. I spoke to the warder. She was kind enough to open up the bridge to a sept that has a few silent striders. Going to send a strider to each of the septs that we spent significant time at.
They'll need some payment, usually, so here. As he hands you a worm scale.
Thank you. But I think I have enough.
Do you?
To cover it. I appreciate it, but I want us to pay for what we brought upon them.
Okay. That's fair. But, yeah.
That's all I know. I don't know what else we can do for those other septs. We'll be going, home, and I'm certain that, well, that's the sept she knows the most about, and for a sept of its rank, it's small, so they probably need all the help they can get. So I imagine that's most of what we'll be focused on.
That makes sense. Well, the best of luck to you. Now, think about something there. I would like to leave you with something. Come back to my shack. It's over on it's 2 down from the warder's sleeping quarters. I'd like to give you something, if you don't mind.
Of course. Thank you. In advance.
Well, you're welcome in advance. Anyway, I've got to do some logistics.
Of course. You have seaweed to gather.
I have seaweed to gather, and I have to properly place chickens at the appropriate times.
I'll do my best not to get in your way.
Of course, if you could play up the reaction, that'd be just great.
I'll do my best.
Oh, goodness. And with that, you pass into the Umbra, and you return to the Sept grounds proper. As you get there, you are greeted by Carl Sitzenkam, as he goes, I was told by the warder you need to pass through the moon bridge. I'm almost prepared. If you would like to wait for just a few moments.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Of course. Do what I can,
and
so to speak.
I'll be returning shortly.
Okay. That's fine. They will have to open the moon bridge on their side. I'll make sure that everyone's aware that the moon bridge will open at some point.
Thank you.
So, as you sit there, the moonstone in the lake begins to glow as the moon bridge shoots off into the heavens. As you see the great spirit of the lake with his arms extended, allowing the moon bridge to open, as he looks down upon you with eyes that aren't truly eyes.
They're always very impressive.
That they are. Please.
Thank you. I'll see you soon.
See you soon. As you pass through and enter the other sept, you see 3 Krynos awaiting, as 2 of them look like timber wolves in their full Krynos, and the other one has a nice kind of rusted brown fur to him. As they look you over and they go, and you are...
I am Kyle, guards the low of Fomori's Bane, Cleoth.
Welcome to the Sept of the Winterfang. We've heard of you. We were informed you'd be coming this way in a few days. Has something changed?
Nothing has changed, but unfortunately, one of my pack fell, and I need to send silent striders to all of the septs that I've been to recently.
We have a few. You're in luck. The name's Blood Drinker.
It's good to meet you.
Elder and border of this sept. That one there is Kiasir's song.
Okay, we're gonna have to slow down as I write. This was Winterfang, right?
Yep.
Winterfang. Blood Drinker, Warder?
Yep, Warder and Elder.
Warder, Elder. And then the other one?
Her name is Kiasir's song, which is Kyasir. Kyasir.
Okay, yeah.
And then apostrophe S.
Press's song. And
finally, you have And this is Connor Heartripper of the Fianna.
It is a pleasure to meet you all.
There are several across the Vale. Past the gauntlet, and you'll find the Silent Striders. They're located deep in the Bawn. They are on the northwestern side. They aren't in the Cairn proper. Please do not re-enter the Cairn or pass the Bawn until you are ready to leave.
Oh, very well. Don't worry. I will be returning over the Moon Bridge to the rest of my pack for a few days before we all come over proper again.
Very good. As you start moving off in that direction, you finally get to the Silent Strider camp. There's about 5 or 6 here. They're all talking amongst themselves as you start to approach, as they go quiet and start to look you over. As one finally speaks, "Can I help you?"
I am Kyle, guards the low, of Fomori's Bane, Cleoth.
Oh, you're the one who ran the message to Tranquil Swamp for one of our own.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah, she spoke with us about that, actually. She passed through a sept here just a few weeks ago, actually.
Oh, well, I'm sorry I missed her.
Yeah, restless speaker.
Well, I'm glad she's doing well.
Yeah.
I came here, there are a few Septs that need a message. One of our pack fell to the spiral, and they need to be informed.
Okay. I think I can do that. I don't have any renown to gain, and, well, I see all of you enough, as they kind of laugh. And one goes, "I can do it. It's our way to release dark words." And one kind of cracks his knuckles. He's actually a bit bigger than them, and goes, What was your pack member's name?"
B, Pillar of Questions.
Well, spirals disgust me. I'm willing to do anything to make sure that their plans are foiled. Filthy traitors. A lot of them.
I feel the same way.
Damn leech consorters.
Thank you, all of you.
"My name is Runs with Joy," says the first one.
I'm going to write them all down. Why not? I'm just going to have a section for Silent Striders.
The next one goes, "Hunts with Bones." And the one who seems to have a bit of a grudge against spirals goes, "Speaks to Sobek."
And what was the name of the one? Restless?
Let me go back up in the notes. Yeah, I believe Restless Wanderer. But let's just double check. Agent L.
Because it might have been Restless Speaker.
It was Restless Speaker.
Okay. The Septs are Electric Peak.
As Hunts with Bones goes, "Better take that one."
The Sept of the Green.
Runs with Joy goes, "I've been there a couple times."
And finally, the Sept you just mentioned, Tranquil Swamp.
Well, I haven't made an enemy of the Furies yet, so I guess that's on me.
Thank you all very much.
So, what's the exact message?
The exact message will be Pillar of Questions of Fomori's Bane has fallen to the spiral. Any kin known by her or any secrets held by her may be in jeopardy.
Understood. Well, luckily we have some gifts to help make the travel easy.
Yes. I have a Death Dust, a Worm Scale, and a Whispering Feather.
Runs with Joy goes, "Oh, Shadow Lord talent." Speaks with Sobek goes, or Hunts with Bones goes, grabs the Death Dust, nods. Speaks with Sobek, takes the Worm Scale.
Thank you all. I hope this is enough.
It should be, but Runs with Joy goes, "Perhaps we'll call in a favor sometimes." He punches you in the arm and smiles. Hunts with Bones just shakes his head and goes, "I'll howl if you are needed."
Anything I can do, I or my pack can do to help. This is all of our shames to bear.
Speaks to Sobek goes, I'll likely have something for you in the near future. Don't you worry.
I'll let out a heavy sigh. In-game.
In-game. It's the way of the world. Way of the Garu.
Yeah, I'm just glad to have some of this weight lifted. I'm lucky that you're all here.
Yeah, alright. Well, we're missing a grand moot, so... I was hoping to hear some good ones. Wow. The worm waits for no one.
Oh, well, I mean, are they collecting stories or something?
Oh, yes.
Well, at the very least, I'm no Galliard, but I can at least share some of the more interesting things that we experienced. I'll regale them of specifically the platform, because there's no secrets in there that I can release. It's...
Roll charisma performance to see how entertaining it is. Or
I'm not good at this. But...
no. Or how by the numbers you did. Do you have anything in performance?
I have one,
oh,
yes.
Perfect.
I once saw a play, you see. No successes because of the
As they
one.
Go, well, you're right. You are no Galliard.
I'll give a hearty laugh.
As he goes, but that is good to know, nonetheless. Alright, we've got to go. Time is of the essence, I gather.
Thank you.
And so they get up and part ways as they hug the two other striders that are there. And he goes, give them my love. Hunts with Bones goes, howl a good one for me. Speaks to Sobak, goes, and if the revelry's in a city this time, make sure you take down a few leeches for me. As he gives a couple 1-2 shots to the body of one, and then they embrace in a big hug. And so they start moving off. You return to the Sept ground proper, and are greeted by a different Garu this time. She's looking at you as she nods. She's got a smile on his face, and she goes, Jesse Wolfcaller, Scald of the Get of Fenris.
Which one's Scald? That doesn't ring bells for Tyler.
It is a get-specific name for one of the auspices.
I'll tilt my head, because I just won't know this then.
Okay.
Scald?
She gives kind of a sigh.
Sorry.
Aren't you supposed to be the ones who know about the other tribes and shit to get us to work together? Great first fucking impression. It means Galliard.
Thank you for teaching me that. I feel very foolish.
And you should. I'll be over at that... I'm allowed to go to that, moot tomorrow. What rank are you?
Cleoth.
Perfect. Fostering. So it's not against renown to challenge you to something. She cracks her knuckles. It's always a school of hard knocks with the Get. She smiles and winks at you as she gives off a howl, and the earth parts way as you see this horrifying bear-sized honey badger looking both ways as it growls as you see its lips open. And she goes, Great Badger, open the path for this foolish one. And know that he does you honor, even if he's too stupid to know all of the right words. The badger gives kind of a growl as this moon bridge opens up. See you in a couple days, champ.
Looking forward to it.
As you walk upon the moon bridge and you return to the Sept proper, we will touch base in the main episode.
Great.
Thank you, everyone, for listening. Bye.